The Inhabitant centers on Tara Halden, a high school senior in Fall River, Massachusetts, the same town infamous for the real-life Lizzie Borden axe murders. Tara begins experiencing disturbing visions and psychological turmoil. The police start looking into her as a mysterious string of brutal killings occurs around her. As authorities investigate, Tara starts to fear she might be connected to the violence, either through a supposedly generational curse tied to her ancestor Lizzie Borden, or through her deteriorating grip on reality. The emotional core of the film is Tara, played by Odessa A'zion. While the actress does a good job, her character never truly captures my full attention, but I believe it is more due to the script than the actress herself. Tara's dynamic with her parents, Emily, played by Leslie Bibb, and Ben, played by Dermot Mulroney, provides some of the interpersonal tension. Although Bibb and Mulroney give solid performances with the little they get from the script, the dialogue is below their talent. They feel more like background furniture rather than fully developed characters. The antagonist of the film is twofold. Firstly, the internal antagonist, which would be Tara's mind and psychological struggles, hallucinations, and fear of inheriting a violent legacy. Secondly, the external antagonist. Multiple gruesome murders occur that may be supernatural, human, or maybe psychological projections of Tara's fears. The film attempts ambiguity, but it never pays off. The story borrows from classic horror tropes, haunted lineage, teenage angst, small-town mystery, and tries to weave them into a slasher meets psychological thriller. This makes the film very predictable before it ever really gets out of the starting blocks. Kevin Bachar's screenplay aims for atmospheric ambiguity, but comes across as nothing more than a string of cliches. Dialogue feel functional rather than sharp, and some character motivations aren't explored with enough depth. Dialogue exists purely to move the story forward, but it never surprises. Some lines feel like exposition rather than natural conversation, especially when it comes to the curse or Tara's condition. The film attempts to lift a weight it will never be able to carry. Odessa A'zion gives a good performance. She brings nuance and intensity that almost pull you into Tara's world, despite the limitations of the script. Leslie Bibb and Dermot Mulroney give solid supporting work, though the script never allows them to display their true acting capabilities. Lizze Broadway as Susie adds depth as Tara's friend, providing emotional stakes beyond the horror. But her story is never fleshed out. The performances are generally the film's strongest asset, elevating material that otherwise might be subpar. The Inhabitant blends psychological horror with slasher elements. The atmosphere is moody and occasionally tense. There are some brutal scenes with clear impacts and gore. The scares often rely more on buildup and ambiguity than outright terror, but never scares as you can see them coming a mile away. Overall, the horror aspect didn't really work for me, apart from perhaps one scene. So what's our final verdict? If you are into slow burn horror with psychological undertones, perhaps give this film a view. It won't win any awards, but it is serviceable. But if you're after original scares, clever script twists, or a deeply satisfying mystery, this might be a film that you skip, unless it's maybe late at night and you know your attention won't be fully tuned into your screens. It's perhaps perfect for watching while you are busy with the dishes. If you enjoyed this review, like, comment, and subscribe if you want more brutally honest movie reviews.